What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 225 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, named Gavin, coming to you live from my bedroom. And today, you know what time it is. Round one of the NBA playoffs tips off. I can't wait. A lot of anticipated matchups. I'm going to give you my picks on who I think is going to win each series. Let's start in the East. We have the number 1 seed Celtics taking on the number 8 seed Heat. Now, as a Celtics fan, I absolutely can't stand the Heat. They always give us problems. They pester us. But luckily for the Celtics, the Heat are missing their top player, Jimmy Butler, out for the series with an MCL sprain. But they did look good without him the other night against the Bulls. They blew the Bulls out. And, they're always a tough and greedy team, but there's no excuse for this Celtics team to lose this series at all. They have the best record in the NBA. They won 60-plus games, and they're just all around a great team. So I just see my Celtics taking care of business in 5 games. Next, the 2 seed Knicks play the 7 seed Sixers. This is an interesting matchup. You have the Knicks, who have been scrappy all season, solid defensive team. They are missing their captain on defense, Julius Randle, which is big, especially going against a guy like Joel Embiid, who comes back. He's healthy. The Sixers win 8 straight, and they're looking really good. However, though, the Knicks don't have somebody who could really cover Embiid, but I think if the Knicks play smart ball and, they got to let Embiid, as a Celtics fan, we always own the Sixers and smoke them. So what I see from the Celtics is they always let Embiid do his thing, but you lock down everybody else and not let them get theirs. And I think the Knicks are capable of doing that. So what if Embiid drops 40 a night? So long as other guys like Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, etc., aren't scoring more than 15 to 20 points. And I think the Knicks are capable of doing that. So for that reason, give me the Knicks in 6. Next is the 3 seed Bucks taking on the 6 seed Pacers. Interesting matchup because the Pacers, I believe, are 3-1 against the Bucks in the regular season. However, this is the playoffs, but I did hear some bad news that Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks star player, might be out for this series. But it's still interesting. I mean, the Bucks have been so up and down. They started off great this season. Then they fired their head coach for some odd reason. They bought in Doc Rivers. Much respect to Doc. He won the Celtics a chip in 2008. But we just see them, especially down the stretch of the season, they lost so many games that they should have won and really secured the 2 seed. But now they're the 3 seed. And it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if Giannis is out, is Dame Lillard going to be that guy to step up? I know he is a good playoff performer. So I think that they can get it done. The Pacers are one of the best offensive teams in the league. They could score 150. The problem is their defense. They give up 151. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. It's a very tricky series to pick, but I'm going Bucks in 6. The final matchup in the East, probably the most underrated matchup, is the 4 seed Cavs taking on the 5 seed Magic. This is going to be a good series in my opinion. I think it goes all 7 games. The Magic are a young and upcoming team. They don't have any playoff experience, which is big. And they're going against a Cavs team that does have playoff experience. They do have some solid players, Donovan Mitchell, solid defenders, and Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. And they could give this young Magic team some problems. But I think that this Magic team, I think this is where they really have their coming out party, and they show the NBA and they show us watchers what they're all about. They're going to make their mark, I think, in this series and say that we have arrived. And so for those reasons, I'm going to go Magic in 7. It can go any way, but I'm pulling for the Magic here. On to the Western Conference. On to these series. We have the number 1 seed Thunder taking on the number 8 seed Pelicans. So the Pelicans the other night, they beat the Sacramento Kings. They punched their ticket to the playoffs in the final playing game. And, they're a solid team, but there's just bad news for them. Another injury to their star, Zion Williamson, who might miss this whole series as well. And if so, who's going to step up? We did see guys like Brandon Ingram step up. We did see other players on the Pelicans start to form something together with Zion's absence. I was a little disappointed in CJ McCollum's performance in the 2 play-in games, but if he can get going, the Pelicans could be dangerous because they're playing a team in the Thunder with absolutely no playoff experience. They're just like the Magic, as I said earlier, but this Thunder team, they have 55-plus wins. They have it for a reason. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. I think, like I said for the Magic, I think that this is going to be the Thunder's coming out party, and they show the league what they're all about, and we're going to put a lot of respect on their name as this young core starts to gel and get that postseason experience. I think they make it past the first round, and I think they beat the Pelicans in 6 games. Excuse me. The next one A rematch of the Western Conference Finals from last year, the 2-seed Nuggets taking on the 7-seed Lakers. Not much to really say about this. The Lakers have been hot lately. The Nuggets are also a hot team too. They're the former champs, and they smoked the Lakers in 4 last season in the playoffs. They beat them 4 times this season in the regular season. I know it's the playoffs. I know the Lakers got LeBron James. They have a healthy Anthony Davis. They got guys like Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell stepping up. But the Nuggets are a different animal, though. Like we've seen Nikola Jokic absolutely body Anthony Davis within the last 2 seasons, and I think that trend's going to continue. So yes, the Lakers could have a possible chance, especially with LeBron James, but this is just a different animal you're facing. And even if he doesn't give you 30 a night, he'll give you 15 a night, but he's going to give you 15 assists, 15 boards. He's just a walking triple-double, and he's so smart and efficient with his playmaking. He'll kick it out to the open shooter. He'll kick it out to Jamal Murray. He'll kick it out to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., So he has those guys that he can rely on and trust and make those shots. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with the Nuggets winning in 5 games. The 3-seed taking on the 6th seed. 3-seed is the Timberwolves taking on the 6-seed Suns. The Timberwolves also are pretty young with not a lot of experience. They do have a Savage and Ant Edwards, though. I love his game. And they're taking on a Suns team that has been real inconsistent this year. Down the stretch of the season, they did start to gel a little bit. We all know about Kevin Durant, how great of a playoff performer he is. They have Devin Booker as well, another solid performer in the playoffs. So this is a really, really tricky matchup. I'm very conflicted on this. I think it goes 7 games for sure. 6 or 7. It's very conflicting to pick a winner, because both teams are good. You got to respect both teams. But the Timberwolves have proved over this season that they are the better defense, arguably the better offense as well. And they just have a team of young, hungry guys, and they're facing a Suns team that is older. I know they have Bradley Beal on the Suns as well. He's getting older. Obviously, we know Kevin Durant's aging. So it's very tricky. It could go either way, but I'm going to go with the Suns in either 6 or 7 games. The final matchup in the West is the number 4 seed Clippers taking on the 5 seed Mavericks. So this is going to be a good series, in my opinion. Once again, I think it goes 6 or 7 games. We all know about the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. They have James Harden there now, who has taken a step back. He's more of the third option, and he'll get you 15 a night, but he's making a lot of good decisions, passing the ball really well. They have a very stacked bench. Russell Westbrook still killing it. Norman Powell. So they have guys. They have a lot of depth, and they're taking on a team. They're taking on the Mavericks, who, not that good defensively, but they put some pieces around Luka now. They have Kyrie Irving, who is an easy 25-point-per-game guy. And these two teams have met 3 times in the last 4 seasons. The Clippers are up 2-0 against them. They beat them twice, but no one outside of Luka could really get things going on that Mavericks team. So now that they have Kyrie Irving, it opens up a lot of things for this team. Helps Luka out in the scoring department as well. Like, Luka doesn't have to get 40 each night. He could get you 30, 25, and Kyrie Irving's going to get you 20 to 30 as well. They made some other trades in the season, acquiring P.J. Washington from Charlotte, acquiring Daniel Gafford from Washington. 2 other big pieces who have played pretty nice this season for the Mavs as well. So it's a very, very toss-up series, but I'm going to have to roll with the Clippers due to the history, due to them being up 2-0, beating them, sending them home in 6 games in the past 2 seasons. So until I see the Mavericks win, I'm going to have to respect the Clippers here. I'm going to go Clips in 6. So that's it for my round 1 NBA playoff picks. Let me know what you all think. Let me know which ones you agree and disagree with. And before I depart, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow me below on my Instagram. And last but not least, have a safe, blessed, and happy weekend. And let's enjoy some playoff basketball.